We are now just 30 days and 2 debates away from the 2008 presidential election. Tonight, with Barack Obama doing well in several battleground states, John McCain is making a strong push on what for him is a shrinking but still very much fertile political landscape, a landscape that in these final weeks is being shaped by the fragile U.S. economy. And while the two prepare to do battle in Tuesday's town hall-style debate, they have spent this weekend prepping the battleground with sharp attacks. NBC's Lee Cowan starts us off tonight.
For Barack Obama, the final month push is all about voters' pocketbooks. And today he again sliced into John McCain's health care plan, saying it would put a dent in wallets across the country.
It's a shell game. Senator McCain gives you a tax credit with one hand, but he raises your taxes with the other.
But the greatest threat, he says, is McCain's apparent plan to largely ignore the economy altogether. The charge highlighted in a new TV ad out today.
Erratic in the crisis, out of touch on the economy. No wonder his campaign wants to change the subject.
And change it to what? Sarah Palin, at least, wants it to be about Obama's past.
It's really important for Americans to start knowing who the real Barack Obama is.
She was defending comments she made yesterday in Carson, California.
Our opponent is someone who sees America as imperfect enough to pal around with terrorists who targeted their own country.
She's speaking of Bill Ayers, the former 1960s radical who did work on education projects in Chicago with Obama. But the Illinois senator says he isn't palling around with Ayers. His interactions, the campaign says, were sporadic at best.
Senator McCain and his operatives are gambling that they can distract you with smears rather than talk to you about substance. That's what you do when you're out of touch, out of ideas, and running out of time.
The clock is ticking. Deadlines for voter registration in places like South Carolina are drawing crowds, and early voting has already started in many states. But as the stock market dropped last week, so did John McCain's poll numbers, which is why his aides say a change has to be made. Look for it, they say, on Tuesday night at the next presidential debate, when McCain says the gloves will come off. Many Republicans expect to see more a referendum on Obama, his judgment, his experience, and Obama's personal associations. Now, the McCain camp is hoping to keep it just tight enough over the next several days and weeks that either a strong debate performance or some unforeseen event could move the momentum back his way. One other note tonight, we should mention that Joe Biden has canceled all his campaign appearances for Monday and Tuesday because of the death of his mother-in-law. Jill Biden's mother died of a long illness earlier this morning. Joe Biden may be back out on the campaign trail as early as Wednesday. Lester.
And Lee, let me just get you to take me back for a moment to that new Obama ad. He uses the term erratic in describing McCain. I know that's being seen by some as a loaded word. Explain.
Well, it is. I think some people see it as a not-so-subtle attack on John McCain's age. They say that's unfair. The Obama campaign says that is not the case. They are simply referring to how he managed himself in those days after the Wall Street crisis first hit.
All right, Lee Cowan, thanks.